Matt is the best St. Denis medical character, and here's why. Okay, so the day that I'm recording this is the 13th of January. The new episode is gonna air in 2 days. No, it's technically gonna air tomorrow, but I'm gonna see it in 2 days. Still, my opinion stays. This is the 7th episode, and I have to say, for the first 2 episodes, I was like, am I on board with this? And then I was just like, yeah, no, I am. I am fully on board with this show. I love the show. It's crazy that I love the show so much because I'm an avid hater of medical shows. I hate watch The Good Doctor. Every time there's like an actor that I like who has a cameo on like a medical show, I watch it and I'm like, God, I hate these. I don't know why, but I always feel like so emotionally manipulated from them, and they're so boring. To me, I'm so sorry, people, but they're the same for me over and over again. It's like, oh no, something bad happens. Oh no, there's this weird twisted romance. Oh no, somebody dies. It's very repetitive and kind of boring. And also, I didn't like Scrubs. Like, to be honest, I didn't watch Scrubs fully, but I saw a few episodes. I just didn't vibe with it, but I do vibe with St. Denis Medical, and so I would like to give the show the title of the first medical show I have ever liked and probably will ever like. So now you're probably wondering, why do I have to explain to you that Matt is the best St. Denis Medical character? It's important to me. Some people know that I have said that I will do this video essay that's gonna be painfully long, but I'm gonna try and keep it entertaining, so that's why I made a bunch of very, very, very smart notes to walk along and trying to be reasonable. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Superstore and how I think Superstore relates to St. Denis Medical, and I'm going to explain to you also, that's going to also be important to why Matt is the best St. Denis Medical character. And then I'm going to compare Matt to other characters and basically say they suck and Matt is good. I'm not saying, listen, I have friends who are like, oh, I really love Serena Young, and I'm like, yeah, she's okay, but you all don't get it. Matt, just believe me, he's just better. Okay, now to Superstore. I watched the entire series in the month that St. Denis Medical wasn't airing, that St. Denis was on like winter break, which was very painful and way too long. NBC, why did you have to do that? That's not fair of you to do that. I have to say I really, really liked Superstore. It pretty much grew on me. The reason why this is relevant to St. Denis Medical is because Superstore was created by Justin Spitzer, who wrote on The Office originally, and he co-created St. Denis Medical. First of all, there's a bunch of references to Superstore. There's jazz, for example. I don't want to spoil anyone any jokes, I'm not gonna, but like that happens in both of them. Then there's the pharmacist who also plays the trauma surgeon on St. Denis, and they do have very similar character, and I liked it. Like, I liked being like, oh, this is kind of the same. I mean, there's also the same actor who plays Sandra on Superstore, now plays Val on St. Denis Medical, and I have to say Val is, we're gonna get to her later, but she's also very special to me, and because it's completely different character. So this is not to accuse Justin Spitzer of just like, oh, you copied your show. Not at all. This is just like, I noticed there's a bunch of nice Easter eggs for people who have seen his other shows. What I also talked about with one of my friends is that Nico Santos is really great on St. Denis Medical, and he has a major role in Superstore. The Filipino Mafia is the one thing where I'm like, this comes close to Matt, and also Matt and the Filipino Mafia. It's just, I mean, it's probably crazy that I'm right now talking about the Filipino Mafia, but believe me, if you watch the episode, it's not that insane. But that's also important, because the way that Matt loves to join this social group of the Filipino Mafia, like, he laughs at their jokes. And he, like, the jokes that he doesn't understand because they don't speak English, and that is, as far as we know, the only language that he really speaks. So it just says a lot about him, but we're gonna get to that later. Another thing that really bugged me at first, and I now feel a little bit different about it, was that a lot of people were like, oh, so Matt is basically like Jonah. I don't know, man. No, he's not. So first of all, their life stories are so different. Like, Jonah is a business school dropout, and I know his family is also kind of messed up. Like, his brother is the worst jerk ever, and like, his parents are getting a divorce because his father cheated on his mom's 2 times and the mom stayed the first time. It's a big mess, and I know Jonah lied about. Oh, this is, by the way, major Superstore spoilers. Just like, not super major, but like, just be aware. Just the fact that Jonah lied about going to med school to them, but like that's different because Matt is much less experienced than Jonah. And also when Jonah starts working at Superstore, he stays very obviously because of Amy. He doesn't have to work at Cloud9. He doesn't have to. He has like 100 different jobs before that, and he doesn't stay long. He stays particularly for Amy, and he doesn't really give up anything else to work at Cloud9. Like, sure, he gave up business school, but he doesn't like business school. Like, he dropped out. Like, he had 1,000 other jobs before. The job itself doesn't mean anything at all to Jonah. He works there because Amy works there. That is very clear throughout the entire show. If Jonah had another opportunity, he would leave, and that's a storyline at some point. The way that he gets way too excited about leaving, the moment that Amy is... Sorry, again, major Superstore spoiler. The moment that Amy is gone, like, yeah, just, yeah. Matt, on the other hand, had to give up a lot for the job. Like, sure, Jonah's family doesn't approve of his job at Cloud9 exactly either. Like, sure, his brother makes fun of him. His parents are, like, super shocked when they're like, what, no, you work at this Cloud9 at retail? That's insane. But, like, they get over it. Matt's parents just seem a little bit stricter, a little bit more not nice. Matt's dream, for some reason, we don't know that yet, is to become a nurse, and he gave up so much for that. He was like, okay, I'm gonna leave my family behind because I care about this so much. This man, I mean, we all know he's a little bit incompetent at nursing, okay, but you know, he kills you, but he says sorry afterwards. You know, he's like, he saves your life. He just wants to hear thank you, you know? He's so bad at nursing, but it's somehow he must have gotten through, like, nursing school. He must have somehow gotten through it. That couldn't have been easy. Like, he didn't drop out. Jonah just dropped out when it got too hard. Jonah doesn't really have any other life goals than, like, finding love. That's his main thing. He's like this heartthrob guy, this cute guy who's like going around, people think he's handsome, and he finds the love of his life. That's his thing. But like, Matt also cares about the job. Jonah's also bad at his job, but not because he's bad at it because he doesn't have the skills. He's bad at it because he doesn't care. And that's the fundamental difference to me. So yeah. Do I see the argument that they kind of fulfill the same role in the dynamic? Yes, absolutely. They are the, like, silly guy, the sitcom boyfriend, the himbo, if you want to call it that. Yes, they are very much that person. But Matt is just so much purer and just so much more naive also at life than Jonah is. So next time you say Jonah is kind of basically Matt and Matt is basically Jonah, think about it. Think about what you're implying here, okay? I don't want to see any of your tweets on my timeline that are like, oh, no, I don't care. You're wrong and I'm right, okay? That's just, you should accept that. I'm right and you're wrong. This should be a mutual understanding here. Now that we got that out of the way, let's compare him to other St. Denis medical characters. First of all, I want to say I love the characters. I don't have any character that I hate so far, but I'm like super pissed off at them. So just when I say that they suck, I mean they aren't as good as Matt. I'm just gonna not use very intellectual wording here. So I thought we should maybe start off with Alex. Here's what we know about her. She has kids, a husband, and a dead grandma that got her into nursing. I'm not saying that she's a two-dimensional character. I'm just saying that's like, what's the spin-off here? Like, if we were to make a prequel to Alex, this is generally the question that I'm asking here. If we would make a prequel to any of these characters, would you watch it? I don't think so far, guys. I'm not. There's stuff's gonna be happening. I'm just saying so far, Alex's background story is just, she's good at a job. Like, she's good. She's good. She's great. She's competent. She's kind of a people pleaser. She's scared to fire people, but like, a lot of people are. Just a lot of people are. So, you know. Then Val, here's what I wrote down. She is great together with Matt. Like, the comedy that they have together, the vibes, just, it's immaculate. It's wonderful. I want to see more of it. Please give me more of it. It's beautiful. But Val is a rather minor character, which I think is kind of sad that she doesn't get more action. She's also good at her job. We literally don't know anything about her. Like, she probably worked there for a while. Then we've got Bruce, who is basically like his character in Superstore. He's a douche. That's his thing. He's kind of a jerk. He has, on the set tour that Mickey Leaper did, we saw that he has a guitar in his office. He has like skiing shoes. He's just kind of a douche. He's like, he has a samurai sword, and he thinks he's better than everyone. He gets in conflict about that with Ron. He's just kind of, you know, that's him. Then we get to Ron. He's like craving romance and any sort of outside validation. Like, he wants to win fights. Whenever there's a fight, when he announces it to everyone. He definitely thinks he's smarter than everyone. Like, he doesn't play it out that much, but I feel like he does think he's smarter. Like, he announces everything he thinks to everyone. He always, like, there's multiple scenes that come to mind where he like yells across the floor something about some discourse that they're having right now, and you're just like, yeah, dude, we get it. You're confident. Okay. Then we have Joyce. Joyce is pretty much the Michael Scott type. She was an oncologist before, and I have to say I would like to see the prequel of how she got this job, because she's not like super great at it. I don't know if this is like maybe a sort of like Abbott Elementary, how Ava got the principal role job. We don't know that yet. She's great together with Matt. Her comedy, the comedy game is just great. Like, when they discover that the chaplain Dave, I think, doesn't really have the bona fides to do the job, and they're like, Matt is like super pissy and like he's on his game. That's so cute when Matt is like, that dude doesn't know the Bible, but I do know the Bible. It's really cute because he's so happy about it. Anyways, we know that she isn't the best human being, like that she had an affair with someone who was married and who died at her hospital. You know, last but not least at all, actually, is Serena. Listen, I love Serena. I have mutuals who love Serena. She's great, people. She's supposed to be obviously kind of the ship with Matt. Do I think that's a good idea? Controversial opinion, I think. Honestly, I'm not into it so far. Listen, I was into it. Do I enjoy their cute moments? Do I enjoy their flirtations? Yes. Do I think they have what it takes to be like the major sitcom couple of the show? No. I'm gonna get to that later. Let's stay at Serena, and if we would want to see her prequel. No. She's a people pleaser. She has these tendencies. She seems to be good at her job. She seems to be friends with like kind of everyone, which would play into the people pleasing tendencies. But honestly, so far, she's Matt's love interest, and she likes Matt, and she has expressed interest in a Montana nurse, like at the beginning, like she is, you know, which leads, it's a very interesting scene. But like, prequel, listen, again, stuff's gonna happen. Just know that I'm just saying, maybe not yet, okay? Not yet. Maybe that's gonna change. I'm open, guys. I'm open to see what's gonna happen. I'm just saying right now, I don't know. Now to the part that I'm actually kind of scared of, where I explain to you why I don't think that Matt and Serena are a good match. So first of all, I read an article that was like, oh, if these two get together, that's one of the worst things to happen in history. I don't believe that. Listen, it's not that deep. It's also not that bad. Like, they do have the chemistry, and that's why their flirtations are very much enjoyable. But I just think that Serena grew up so differently than Matt. Like, Serena obviously has dating experience. She's obviously very confident in her sexuality. She just obviously, she has experience and she knows how things go. And then there's Matt, and just Matt just, he doesn't. He's so naive. He's incredibly naive. Like, someone smiles at him, and he's like, oh my god. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have any dating experience. His heart was never broken. And I feel like, listen, I feel like they could work out, but before we get to that point, it's gonna be so painful and so, just so much pain for Matt, and I don't think the equal amount of pain for Serena, because she has done this before. Like, Matt, I think it's very obviously implied that he's a virgin. There's this joke in one of the episodes where one of the patients looks at Matt and is like this guy when he sees a bikini on the beach. And then Ron goes, he clocked you, buddy. I think that's just very obviously implying you're a virgin, which, like, no shame with that, right? But still, no relationship, no anything. And he grew up so fucking religious, I could very well imagine that he just doesn't have the experience, you know what I mean? So I hope you get it. Now, I'm not against them, I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot of pain to get there. And now my last notes on Matt. Matt has a lot of space for improvement, and I mean that in the best possible way. Because he's bad at basic nursing stuff, but he cares and he wants to get better. And I feel like he will get better. And I feel like it's going to be very satisfying to see him succeed. Another thing is that you can't really be mad at him because he's just so naive again. He just stumbles through the world and he's just good-hearted. He just tries his best. He never has any, like, hidden intention so far. Whatever he does is just so pure, and I'm not saying that that's always good. That works out pretty terribly sometimes. But right now, it's just very fun to watch him navigate the world like he never saw any of this before. And then there's the constant, like, drops about his history, about his life, that just make you wonder, like, what did this dude go through? What happened? What happened, man? You just want to sit down with him and be like, just tell me the story of your life, and I'm gonna write it down, and then I'm gonna cry because it's probably very emotional and also kind of cute and also kind of just sad. And Matt, just please, oh my god, Matt, just no. I feel like at some point he's gonna have an emotional breakdown, and I am really very much here for that. Like, at some point something's gonna trigger something in his past, and we're gonna get to see that, and I'm, again, super excited for that. Listen, I don't want to see him in pain. That's the other thing. I want to see him talk about it, and I want to see him be emotional, but I don't want him to feel any kind of pain ever. If it were up to me, he should get his soulmate. He should get Serena, because he's so in love with her, and it's so cute. Like, it's guys, it's so adorable. Just watch him, like, his puppy eyes, his heart eyes for Serena. It's just, you guys, I hope you now understand why Matt's the best Sundance medical character. Thank you for paying attention. If you didn't, I don't really care, because I needed to talk about this. Listen, if one thing is true, then this channel's target audience is me, myself, and I. And I agree with myself. So, you know what? This is a win. This is a win for everybody. Have a nice day. Go watch St. Denis Medical, airing on Tuesday on NBC, and the next day on Peacock. A little ad in there that I didn't get paid for. Okay, bye.